Nash, I don't want you to argue with me. And I'm like, okay, we're going in for a C-section. We are making a Ugandan curry today, and that is fish, dry fish with peanuts. So basically the fish is dried with a fire or smoked with fire, and then you have to cook that with peanuts, like it's a peanut paste. And this is how it looks like they make a paste, like the powder out of it, and then you have to make that powder into paste. So you just pour water and mix it up together, and then you have to cook that up later. So first of all, we put some cooking oil, onions and tomatoes. That's all that you need. And then after that, I'm just going to be adding some chili because I'm so used to chili these days. So to chili, some curry powder or Reiko. So I used Reiko because that is what I have in my house. So Reiko is some kind of curry powder that we have here in Uganda. And then after that, you add your butter, like the butter you made out of the peanuts, and then you cook that up with your fish. And trust me, it's a very tasty curry, and this is one of the curries that Avinash eats, like Ugandan curry that Avinash eats, and with one heart, and he's so happy. So he doesn't eat any other Ugandan curry, like he doesn't like any other Ugandan curry except sometimes he tries a little bit of beans, but then no, this is his favorite. And then I decided to make it for him since he was sick and he was not having any appetite to eat anything. So I already washed my fish. Like you have to wash it in with warm water because you need to kill all the germs that are in there. Sometimes they roast, where they roast it from or where they smoke it from, you never know how it looks like. So you have to use warm water to take out all the insects, the ants and whatever that will be in there. And then after that, you just break it into pieces and wash it, and then you cook it up. So this is how you're going to cook it up, and trust me, it tastes so good. So here it's just the midway of getting ready. As you can see, when it starts bringing that type of thingy on top, I don't know how it is called, and it starts sticking in the sides, that is when you know that your peanut is ready. And of course, if the peanut is ready, that means the fish is ready as well. So that thing I'm showing you there is what shows that your curry is ready. That's what my mom told me growing up, but I don't make this more often, so I have to go by step by step. So this is how it looks like when it cools and it is done cooking, and it goes so well with any type of food, be it rice, be it cassava, be it sweet potatoes, be it a matoke or anything. And this is what it looks like. It's so good, like it tastes so good. Abinash loves it so much. My husband tried it as well. Hi everybody, good morning, namaste. So today, this is the next day, and I'm making the tiffin box for Avinash. I'm packing him some 2 eggs cut into halves, and some chicken 3 pieces, and some apple. So this is the first day he will be going to school this week, because as you guys know, he's been sick. So I just packed him some small-ish for him to start the day with, because I know he doesn't have any appetite. Why do you have those toys? You are not taking toys to school, right? It's hot. Okay, blow it. Enough.
You give me a big spoon. See how big this circle is.
Wait, I clean your mouth.
Have fun.
Okay, Abby, and finish all your snacks, please. Finish all your food.
Let's go. Bye, others.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Abby.
Papa.
Put it on back properly. Just go. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Abby. Abinash just asked for Nutella bread right now, and I'm going to be making them milk as well. Here, move the tab a bit. What are you supposed to be saying?
Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you.
Thank you what?
Thank you, Mom.
He seems he's grown these days. Like there is a way he's behaving, and I don't know what I should be thinking about it. But anyway, it happens sometimes with the age and stuff. So I have a question for you guys, like something that has been bothering me for days now, and I'm like, why don't I ask or share it with you guys? Because we are becoming quite like this, right? So is it normal for someone to have the trauma for the C-section, like for a long time? Okay, like growing up, I've had like phobias for C-section births, and like when you're giving birth through C-sections, it's not good, stuff like that. And we grew up okay, let me close here because I thought she's going to make noise. So we grew up having a very bad thought about the C-section birth, and it came going out slowly by slowly with age. But when it was my turn, like I gave birth to Abinash normally, and I was so happy and grateful for that. But then with the dash, it came with a bit of complications, and I had to undergo an emergency C-section, of which I went to the hospital without having that in mind. I was like, since I gave birth to my first child, like normally it's going to happen to the second one as well, because I was having the faith in me. Like I was like, I will do it, I can do it. But when I reached in the hospital, like before that, I was told already that the cord is around the baby's neck. But if the time of giving birth reaches and it's out, well and good, like we should thank God. But if it is in, then we should just make sure that we should pray that the delivery goes well. And the day I went into labor, like I was having contractions, and I was into the labor room, and the heartbeat just stopped. Like I wasn't feeling the baby moving or stuff. So I had to call the nurse, and they were having so many patients to attend to, and they were like, your turn is not yet, we're just waiting, like the doctor just checked on you and you still have a lot of time to go. And I was like, you know what, let me go out and just have a walk around. Probably I'm not doing exercises. Or I was with my mom and my husband in the hospital, because they don't allow so many people during the night time. Everybody had already left, and it was only me and my mother in the hospital. So I went out and I moved around. I'm like, maybe let me do some exercises and stuff. I'm into labor, and it comes and goes. And my mom says, with boys it's like that, like the pain will come and disappear. So I thought that is it. But then my heart as a mother, I wasn't contented with what was going on in my body. You know what I'm saying? So I met one of the nurses, and I'm like, do you know what? I think you guys should check on my baby, because I don't feel any movement. It's been now over like a very big time. I don't remember how much time, but it was a very long time I didn't hear any movement from him. So I'm like, please just check on my baby. Like I became furious, and I'm like, if anything happens to my child, you guys, the hospital is going to be responsible for it. So like I think she takes it kind of serious, and then she's like, okay, go in your room, you're coming. I go in, they come and they try looking for the heartbeat. It wasn't there. Like there is no movement. My doctor was already aware, I think, and I think they were going to just get me an emergency doctor if I go into labor and it's time for me to give birth and he's not around. You know what I'm saying? So they call him and they tell him what is going on. He rushed. I don't know even how he rushed into the hospital, because he had already gone home. I think he stays next to the hospital. So he rushed into the hospital. He came. They brought all sorts of machines and stuff. So, and all this is going in my mind, like, what is happening? Like, it's just, you said my baby was fine. You know what I'm saying? You said the baby was fine. Then what is, so many doctors in my room, so many machines are being brought, like they check it, they check that, they bring that, they try this, they try that. The doctor comes in rushing and he's like, Nash, I don't want you to argue with me. And I'm like, okay, we're going in for a C-section. I just kept quiet because I was not prepared for all this. I was not expecting it at all. I know nobody expects it, but for my case, like, the doctor had told me everything is okay. Like, I'm going to give birth in the next few hours and it is fine. So he's like, Nash, don't argue with me. We are going in for a C-section, an emergency C-section. That was about 4 in the night, and I'm like, but I didn't say anything. I just went like blank. Like, I just kept quiet. And all I remember is everybody was just trying to help. Like, they were rushing, taking off my clothes, changing the gowns. You know, I was in their gown, like, for giving birth, like, stuff like that. They changed my gown to the C-section. I don't know, C-section gown or whatever. I don't know why they had to change the gown. They took off all my jewelry. Like, I'm just keeping quiet. So my husband is taking off all my earrings and stuff. And I'm like, okay. Like, I was just quiet, numb. I was so scared in me. I started shaking. My heart started racing. Like, I grew up having a phobia for it. And I went into the operation room. And reaching into the operation room, like, I was literally shaking. I told the doctor, you know what? I don't know what you guys are going to do for me, but is it okay for me to undergo a surgery when I'm nervous? I'm shaking. Like, my whole body is literally shaking. So it's like, we're just going to give you a little bit of medicines. You're going to calm down. And I went through it, and you know, it was just so quick, like in a flash. And when the baby came out, the doctor was like, thank God the baby is fine. But he was all red, like around his neck, he was all red. The thing was really, really tight. Probably he was finding it hard to move around or breathe or something, I don't know. So I got really scared, and when they were done with that, they were shifting me to my room. And when I got off the operation table, oh my goodness, I don't know why I looked back, and that is not coming out of my mind. Like, it's been 2 years since I had the C-section, but the trauma I had for that time, that 2 years ago, it still comes. Like, I can have it like thrice a month. Like, it comes and I'm like, oh my God, did I have to go through that? And immediately I feel like I'm sick. I feel like my body is shaking. I feel like, you know, it is just not me, because I remember I saw it, and when I came out, I told my mom it was just like they were cutting chicken in there, and she was like, oh, don't talk about it. So it just traumatizes me at times. Like, when I think about it, when I look back to it, I don't even know why it comes back in my mind, but it does sometimes. So it's been 2 days now. The other day I didn't even make any video because I've been going through part of that ish, because whenever I look at him, like, now he's sick, whenever I see him sick or going through something, I think it comes back, and I remember all that, and it makes me sick. It makes me want to puke. Like, everything I see feels bad for me. I don't know how I can explain it to you guys, but has anybody ever gone through that? If you have ever gone through it, please help me and tell me what you've done to go, like, to forego it, or maybe let it be behind and live a life. Because I don't know, is it going to be like forever, or am I going to get over it or something? It's really bothering me. So today I've been, you know, trying to take it out of my mind, like trying making video, and I don't know, it's just in, I don't know, is it me or somebody else is going through it? Guys, it's been 2 whole years, but it still comes. Like, it still comes. And then when this time comes, I start feeling pain on the scar, like, you know, I don't know, probably it's just my mind. Let me make milk for the boys. Please help me. If you know any cure for it, you better help you, girl. If you know any cure for it, tell me what to do, so that, you know, Rose has put it too close to the door, so the door is not closing. Any cure for it, please help me, so that I can just get over it, because I believe it's not healthy for me. Like, it's not healthy for my family, it's not healthy for my mind. I don't know, I'll go mad or something. So I didn't get milk today because I had milk from yesterday and it was too much. The boys are sick, so nobody wants to drink or eat anything. Whoa, what are you doing? What do you want? Let's close here. Let's close. Please. Please.